Erik ten Hag is refusing to take Frenkie de Jong's no to not joining Manchester United as an answer. He wants a yes and is hesitant on signing Frenkie de Jong. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where you watching us from? Rock and David is my name. Guess what? United has really gone ahead to really get a very good afternoon today after Liverpool was beaten by Bournemouth 1-0. Very much annoying. I'm going to draw a little deep. I'm going to draw a little dig into that. Then we're going to discuss about Wout Weghorst coming out and revealing to us how he feels for scoring his first goal out of Manchester United at Old Trafford. Then Diogo Dalot contract situation and so much more in here on this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. Let's get this set rolling. Now, Erik ten Hag is one of those managers who knows that one of the missing jigsaws in his midfield is Frenkie de Jong and is not going to take no for an answer. Frenkie de Jong came out and really put out an interview where he said that he's calm and he feels like he's being played in the position he wants to be played at Barcelona and he doesn't want to go away from Barcelona. But the president of Barcelona came out and said that for them to make signings, they need to sell one big player. And obviously, we've been told by a certain source coming in from Barcelona that last summer, this man was up for sale, but this time around, he's not going anywhere. This source is known as Ferran Correas. He is in Barcelona, and that's where he really works for. It's Barca Diary Sport. That's where he works in for. He has told us that Frenkie de Jong was put on market by Barcelona last summer. Now the club won't listen to any offers for him at all. Now, you know, lots of things are really going out and really coming out to our no. I told you there was no way Manchester United could go all out and say, sorry, Erik ten Hag could tell the board that please, let's first work on bringing Frenkie de Jong and put all the rest of the deals on rest. That's what United did. The rest of the deals were put on hold and they were going in for Frenkie de Jong. That's it. Who said no to this deal? It was Frenkie de Jong because he never wanted to leave Barcelona, and he never wanted to leave Barcelona before they paid him the 17 million euros he demanded them in debt, in his salaries that he was not paid during the COVID-19 situation. So it shows you that every time sources are really coming out that this player was put up for sale and he had agreed that he was going to come to Manchester United if at all they had paid that amount of money. I believe if at all you had some rich people around us, like the Qataris, who are willing to get the manager what he wants, they would have gone ahead to tell Frenkie de Jong, all right, come at Old Trafford, we are giving you a contract of like £400,000 a week. That is going to cater up for your money until it really gets done. Because if at all you were supposed to be getting 300,000, you add in 100,000, that is close to how many million pounds? How many million pounds a year? So with 3, 4, 5 years, he would have gotten his money. But the Glazers never had money and they wouldn't go in for that option. But the man was available and he had agreed to come to Manchester United. And however much that is being put out by Barcelona sources that Barcelona are not willing to listen to any offers for this man. Guess what? The Telegraph is telling us through James Donker. James Donker is really one of those correspondents of Manchester United for the Telegraph. He has told us that Ten Hag wants another pedigree midfielder in the summer with the likes of Frenkie de Jong, Jude Bellingham and Caicedo all on his radar. He also admires Mohamed Kudus and Mason Mount. Now, when you look at all what is being said here, it just comes to understanding that it is just the beginning of this long journey. It's just the beginning of this long journey, guys. Now, we are being told that Erik ten Hag likes Frenkie de Jong, Jude Bellingham and Caicedo. Now, that means he's not willing to take no for an answer from Frenkie de Jong. All what he wants is simple. He wants Frenkie de Jong to come into Manchester United and obviously do the job for him because he dreams of Casemiro and Frenkie de Jong into that double pivot. That's his dream. That's it. Frenkie de Jong also wants to come to Manchester United, but the problem is we failed him to come. However much Barcelona was not willing to pay the salary, we would have gone ahead to go ahead and retell De Jong, we are going to give you a salary of like £400,000 a week, come to Old Trafford, but they couldn't, the Glazers couldn't because they never had that money with them. So it shows you how the incompetency in negotiation has really costed us in very many players. But Ten Hag is hesitant on signing Frenkie de Jong. And amidst all midfielders in the world, he believes that he has a job to do to convince Frenkie de Jong to join Manchester United. And with all what has been said, a team of Manchester United is really calm in this situation, and Ten Hag is just trying to go all out and find himself in better positions of really performing very well with his team Manchester United, knowing that if we finish well, then we are going to find ourselves in a position of really attracting more players, because we knocked him out in the UEFA Europa League knockout stage. He knows how far we are going, and if I told you to look at our chances of lifting the Champions League, if you are to weigh them over Barcelona, I think United weighs like 60% chances of winning the Champions League, and Barcelona has like a 40% because they're not having money to spend. For them to spend, they have to sell. And which player are they going to sell? To me, I believe that player should be a Frenkie de Jong. I think Frenkie de Jong, Ansu Fati, Lenglet at Spurs, and Pedro Neto at Bournemouth. And I think they're outside there praying hard that Bournemouth doesn't get relegated, such that they get in that amount of money that will go ahead and really help them. So I believe that's it for Frenkie de Jong. But they've talked about Jude Bellingham. I don't think Jude Bellingham is like Frenkie de Jong. We don't need a player like Jude Bellingham right now. To me, the first midfielder have to first sign should be a CDM. The reason as to why I fancy us to sign Sabitzer first, because he's cheap, £20 million. That is an absolute steal for the quality of a player like him. But we need another midfielder who can play in the CDM position of Casemiro and can also play alongside Casemiro. That's it. That's the player we need at Manchester United. Now, this is where I go in for Moise Caicedo, that he is on the ladder of Erik Ten Hag. Erik Ten Hag in for Moise Caicedo. Moise Caicedo is one of those players that really fits into what we want at Old Trafford at Manchester United. He can play as a CDM, he can play in a double pivot alongside Casemiro, he can play as a central attacking midfielder. That's what we want. Obviously, Caicedo is one of those players that I'm really excited to see to it that a correspondent of United known as James Donker is coming out and really saying that Caicedo is on the ladder of Manchester United. And let me give you a little bit of a snippet. As we go into the international break, you are going to see very many stories of transfers, because United is going to use that time to talk to the agents and representatives of players. So this international break is just the kickstart of the transfer window. Lots of stories are going to be had because players are really going to be relaxed at the national team. Then their agents will be looking for their next goal. And with how United is performing, trust me, every agent would love to see his player come to Manchester United. Caicedo was supposed to go to Arsenal in the summer. That deal failed, and Arsenal look like they're going in for Declan Rice. And we can land the Caicedo deal. Guys, that will be a very good deal, because at £70 million, I think we can get Caicedo. I've seen people say that he's not worth that amount of money. Guys, let's go ahead and appreciate talent. Trust me, Caicedo is worth that amount of money in the modern market. In the modern market, you get? In the modern market, he can go for that amount of money. I personally believe that Caicedo is better than Declan Rice, because he offers a lot than Declan Rice in the game of football. Talent-wise, versatility, the dynamism, he offers a lot than Declan Rice. That's it. But West Ham are shamingly putting a price of £100 million on Declan Rice. So how can I come out and downplay that Caicedo is not worth £70 million, yet he is being sold 30 millions less than Declan Rice? You get? So to me, Caicedo is really a real deal. You get him alongside Casemiro in that double pivot. All right, you will understand why two South Americans are into that mix, and they are really ready to really mingle up everything and put it in the right place of Manchester United. So Caicedo has excited me, but for Mason Mount, I'm sorry. I don't know what Erik Ten Hag is admiring about Mason Mount. I don't see it. Why? We are having Donny van de Beek. You all know it. There is Eriksson and Bruno Fernandes. Even Jadon Sancho is being nurtured to play as an 8, sorry, as a 10. So why do we need another 10? And Mason Mount is a limited kind of player. He plays in only one position for me. You can't play him out as a winger. He's not really a prolific winger that you can rely on, according to me. So to me, I've not yet believed that story. And I think the board of United is just trying to force Mason Mount onto this man, onto Erik ten Hag, because he's English and they're obsessed with signing English players. That's it. But there is no way he fits into the United side. We are having loads of quality into that position, and I'm not 100% convinced that we are going in for that player. So Mohamed Kudus, I discussed about him in the morning video, so I'm not going to go ahead and really discuss about him to you. Then we've also been told by James Daka, correspondent of Manchester United, that Ten Hag's priority is a recruitment of a top-class centre-forward to fill the clear void in the position. Harry Kane and Victor Osimhen are leading targets. And Samuel Lucas told us that Harry Kane is the primary target for Erik ten Hag, but even Osimhen is really being looked at by Erik ten Hag, meaning that those are the two center forwards that Erik ten Hag is zeroing to, and one of those is going to be one of the center forwards at Old Trafford next season. And what a signing that will be, because he's really a very fantastic player that would like any of those who comes in. Harry Kane looks like a stopgap, but I think if he can keep himself fit, he can find himself play for 5 seasons at Old Trafford. That's it, because fitness is what matters. Casemiro is 30. We bought him from Real Madrid at £70 million, and look at what he's giving the club right now. No one is complaining about the price. Do you know why? He's putting in the shift. If Harry Kane comes in through, and in his first season he plays close to 40 or 50 games for United and scores like 45 goals for United, then everyone's mouth is going to be shushed. That's it. So whatever decision Erik ten Hag makes on the strikers that he needs, I'll be okay with it. Because every player that has brought in at the club ever since he came here in May has gone ahead to hit the ground running, and no one has disappointed Erik ten Hag. That shows you how great he is, making lots of things at Old Trafford. Now, there is a man known as Wout Weghorst who was eagerly waiting to score his first goal for Manchester United at Old Trafford, and he got his first goal at Old Trafford on Thursday. Against which team? Real Betis. So, after beating Real Betis, and he scored the 4th goal, I'm not going to call it a cherry on the cake. It was an icing on the cake, because it puts a 3-goal difference in between us and this side known as Real Betis, and we are really having an advantage over that team. So, Weghorst, he was talking to the United stand, and he told them that great feeling, finally. Took a long wait, but was an amazing feeling. You feel it from the fans and the players, as they were all really happy for me to finally be on the score sheet. Obviously, I saw Jadon Sancho go on to Instagram and congratulating him for scoring his first goal for United at Old Trafford, and very many people came in through and really did the needful for his congratulations. And even Erik ten Hag said that he really deserved a goal. He works hard, he presses, he does the hard work, he does everything on the field of play very well. But that goal was really delaying to come, and finally it came in through. You remember his celebrations, and I showed you all those photos. It shows you the passion he has for the club, and that's why I would keep players like Weghorst on the club on any day. Why? I love their passion. He loves to be here, and he loves to keep it united always, and let's wait and see how that's going to pan out. And you might find out that is like the opening of him scoring his 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, because to me I'm predicting him to score 10 goals this season. Weghorst added that, of course, I want to be on the score sheet because this is the first one, and now hopefully many more to come, because as a striker you have to score more goals and deliver in front of goal. So let's do that. I like his positivity, and you guys, I'm amazed about this man. You get? He never gave up. He just kept going for more. And by the way, have you learned that he puts himself into good positions, and our only job is let's create those chances. I want us to create those chances such that if at all Victor Osimhen, or Harry Kane, or Benjamin Sesko, or Goncalo Ramos comes in here next summer, he will find us already prepared to feed him in those balls for him to score. So I want us to see ourselves creating close to a minimum of 20 chances and having 10 shots on target per game, such that we can average 3, 4 goals, 5 goals a season, because we had taken long to really explode to scoring 4. Even in the match reaction, I made a mistake. I thought that was the first time for United to score 4 goals in the season. And a fan who was really watching in through the live stream told me that Rokani, we put 4 past. He told me that Rokani, we put 4 past. We put 4 past which team? Past Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup, the first game we played. I had even forgotten about that. That's it. I had totally forgotten about that we had even scored 4. So it shows you that we had taken long without scoring 4 goals. Can you imagine? So I want us to see more games putting in 4 goals, 5. You get? That's what I'm really waiting in for. And let's talk about Diogo Dalot, the contract situation. We've been told that negotiations are underway between Manchester United and the players' entourage for an extension. Erik ten Hag sees Dalot as a permanent starter and will work to keep him at the squad. That is Caicedo Mercato. They are reporting the hottest transfer news from all Europe countries and the latest Serie A updates. That is at caicedomercato.com in English. So, as it stands, you find yourself in a very good way that Erik ten Hag loves Diogo Dalot. We know that he's obsessed about keeping him and wants to have him at the club. But him and Aaron Bissaka are really doing a very good job at the club of Manchester United, and we can't wait to see who Erik ten Hag is going to really put in his first 11 as a right back. Now, let's discuss a little bit about Liverpool. Liverpool beat us last time, 7-0. Very annoying. It really looked bad on the day, but it heals. You know, there is nothing that heals like time. Time heals. And we've healed now, because on Thursday we scored 4-1 against Real Betis. And now the only job left is, as we are celebrating that loss of Liverpool, we have to do the job tomorrow. Let's go beat Southampton at Old Trafford badly, tear them apart, send them back to St. Mary's where they originate from, and then we'll be having a very good jovial mood. That's it. Why? We'll be 10 points clear ahead of Liverpool. And if you're 10 points ahead, if you're 10 points clear ahead of Liverpool with 13 games to go, with 12 games to go, what does that mean? It means that you've gone ahead to really go or put yourself into a confident position of clearing the Champions League slot. And Liverpool are outside there flying, because if at all they won the game today, they would have gone to, we are having 49. That means they're having 42 points. So if they won the game today, if they won the game today, they would have closed in and they would have been only 4 points ahead of them. That is really a real threat, and would have gone ahead with some bit of pressure. But they're nowhere near our reach if at all we win against Southampton tomorrow. So let's get the boys on, cheer them up, get that game of Southampton out of the way, go to Spain, knock Real Betis out, see the draws on Friday. Who have we been drawn to? Then later, we have to find ourselves in a position of really knocking out, is it Fulham? Fulham coming to Old Trafford on Sunday. That is next Sunday in the FA Cup. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through your reactions to Erik ten Hag not taking Frenkie de Jong's no as an answer, and obviously Caicedo on the ladder. What are your thoughts about it? Do you believe Mason Mount is really wanted by Erik ten Hag? Do you think we need Jude Bellingham? And lastly, tell me your thoughts about Wout Weghorst celebrating his first goal and is calling in for more against the opponents of Manchester United. So guys, Rock and David remains my name. Don't forget to subscribe. Lower right bottom corner, that's the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto our YouTube channel. Guys, bye-bye. And may the Lord bless you abundantly. 2 hours from now, I'm coming with a live video. Remember, every day we do a live video. And yes, yesterday. I'm sorry, we really did it late, but first and foremost, I would love to thank everyone that watched in through. The video is almost hitting 500 views, but I think if I had done it earlier, it would have hit 1,000 or 2,000, but today I'm coming a little bit earlier to talk to you. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Good evening, my mates.